out no more, you know. We go boy, yo, that. Hear me?
One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. Bang.
Being representing a man for Uptown TV.
Bad we bad Gaza, bad we bad. Bad we bad Gaza.
And it always start with one. Yeah. You want to go a mile, you have to start with one step. You want $1 million, you have to start with $1. We are talking about free man. Free man, that is what we are talking about. And we all need that free man vibes in a way so that we can move forward no matter what. Because we all need that vibration. The tendency is to watch other ones and see what other ones is doing. But you have to make the move. You have to start it, the journey. Because even though it might look like a next man's journey, it's your journey too. No matter if you say, it's just theme journey. And theme this and theme that. No. The whole away have to be part of that journey. And the journey is free man, liberation. We have to find the strength. The strength in a way. You can't just ray and lay every day. Too much of that. When you see we are going on earth, you know, too much of that are going, especially amongst African people. You look on TikTok appear whiny and diny. Jokey. When I talk about, man must get joke, but sometimes you overdo it. When we know the starting and the beginning and the end of an era, we have to be that army. We have to see the army as one. First break and come forward. Break time. Really? And we are talking about not only in Jamaica or in America, but we are talking about Africa. A couple weeks ago, we're not couple. Last month, we tell you, say, there was a planned coup against Ivorian Traore that failed. A whole heap of time them try to get rid of him, you know. Whole heap, like most about 20 times. Them plan something against him and it no work. But you know, we did also tell you that the possibility is that Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, might be responsible for that coup, that attempted coup. I don't know how much did I listen, how much I did I listen to when I said, but the Ivory Coast, a country where I really like that country that still, even though when I there, I can't understand nobody when I say. A French, them attack so much French. The weirdest thing, you know, when I go to Europe, I understand French, only when I there in Europe. When I come back to Jamaica, I remember nothing. And when I go into Africa, I hear the French. I still don't understand it neither, but guess what now? It look like them try a coup in a Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And them a claim say is Traore organized the coup. But there is a ongoing coup in Ivory Coast with the army and the people. You never usually hear the people them are get involved in a coup. But the people them is revolting against the U.S. military place where them are set up there near near the Burkina Faso. Yes, it's a serious thing. The military, you can remember say, them a run out the French. Mali run out the French. Senegal run out the French. Burkina Faso run out the French. Now, this country, which is French, them a decide say, them a go give America the way out to build up military base in the country. Knowing that a whole heap of the country them around this so we speak French. They don't say them no want no French in them country again. And them get rid of the French them out of the country to control them own destiny. Now we say them a try a charge with the American base them. The American base them are set up to try a charge against any country where decides them to go outer line. Outer line. And the people them say, we will not have that. No way, Jose. We're not going to have that. So we want to play a clip there soon about that. And we see that the president of South Africa gone the White House. Now the president look like I beg him want to beg something to ease up the pressure, the tariff pressure for him. And him a go there now to sit down and talk with Trump. And sit down and talk with Elon Musk of all the people them. Because you know Elon Musk born in South Africa. I don't know where him a look pan. Look, hey, all when him go back to Africa, I want hell with him, you know. I want hell anyway, we're going to take a break and come forward. Break time.
One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. Bang.
Being a represent.
And Burkina Faso, there is an alleged coup in in Ivory Coast now because the people them is upset because the government of Ivory Coast want to let in the American them to build an army base down there. And the army base is a place near to Burkina Faso. And them know them intention. So we want to play this news clip here out of Africa. Listen.
Another Savior, holy, 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 another Savior.
Grassroots-centered reporting and critical Pan-African analysis. If you're joining us for the first time, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support ensures our voice continues to reach millions across the continent and beyond. Please also join our official Telegram channel. In this age of digital censorship, it's the most reliable way to stay connected with us should anything happen to this platform. We post all our latest updates there first, raw, unfiltered, and uncut. And as always, we encourage our viewers to engage with us by dropping your thoughts in the comment section below. All we ask is that conversations remain respectful and insightful. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. The views expressed herein are based on publicly available reports and independent commentary. We do not promote violence, hate, or misinformation. All content aligns with YouTube's community guidelines. Rumors are currently swirling online about a possible coup d'etat underway in Ivory Coast. Various unconfirmed reports suggest that elements of the Ivorian military may be attempting to wrest power from President Alassane Ouattara. While details remain sketchy, the alleged motivation behind this move is believed to be the president's controversial agreement with the United States to establish a military base near the border with Burkina Faso and Mali.
I don't know how this is true, but it is being rumored that there is a coup in Ivory Coast. And at the moment, we actually do not know anything. We are just hearing there is a lot of information coming out that there was an internal coup in Ivory Coast and there is no internet. The internet has been switched off and it is alleged that it was an internal coup by the military who are now taking over the government. So we actually do not know how true this information is, but we are hoping that it is a true information that now Alassane Ouattara, a person who has been a threat to Ibrahim Traore, is being ousted out of Ivory Coast, and the African nations are now rising. So at the moment, we actually do not have a lot of information. I've heard this from South Africans. I've heard this from the people from Senegal. I've heard from so many people who are now posting and coming out. But now the problem is Ivory Coast doesn't have internet as we are talking now. But as the news come in, I'll keep you updated. But we are hoping that this is true because, you know, Alassane Ouattara has been a threat to Ibrahim Traore, trying to take him down.
Why would any African leader, in this time of Pan-African resurgence, greenlight foreign military expansion so close to revolutionary neighbors? Is this not an act of betrayal against the very spirit of African unity? If you find value in our uncompromising reporting, please consider joining our channel membership or sending us a super thanks. Your contributions help us remain independent and fearless. According to several online observers and influencers, the people of Ivory Coast were not consulted about the new U.S. military base deal. Many see it as a dangerous provocation, especially given the region's ongoing struggle to free itself from neo-colonial influence. Now, if these reports are true, could this moment be the long-awaited breaking point for Ivorians? Are we witnessing a shift where the people, supported by parts of the military, are finally rejecting foreign puppetry in favor of African sovereignty? Adding to the tension, a South African-based content creator recently posted a video alleging that massive protests are currently taking place across several Ivorian cities. The protesters, according to this video, are demanding that the military intervene and that President Ouattara resign. What would drive ordinary citizens to risk everything and call for a complete dismantling of the current government? Is this just a reaction to the U.S. base, or does it point to deeper frustrations with leadership, governance, and national dignity?
Hi, afternoon to all. Yesterday, 19 May 2025, were an internal coup in Ivory Coast. The president, Alassane Ouattara, might be killed or arrested at the moment. There is no internet at the moment. There is no internet connection. There is no visibility in Ivory Coast. So we, as a South African Student Solidarity Movement, we are watching the circumstances very carefully, because Africa is the only country in Africa to give America a chance to come attack Burkina Faso. So we are watching Ivory Coast very closely right now. You know, we are waiting the final results, see what happened in Ivory Coast.
In a separate viral video, speculation is growing that internet blackouts across Ivory Coast may be the result of deliberate suppression efforts. Some are alleging that the United States, concerned about its regional interests, is trying to prevent information from leaking out. Gunfire has reportedly been heard in various regions, and there are indications that the situation may be spiraling out of control.
There are some interesting news that are coming out of Ivory Coast, and this will make everybody or every Captain Ibrahim Traore's supporter so happy. Now, as we speak, it's reported that there was a military coup which took place yesterday in Ivory Coast, and the target was to throw away the current president, who is said that he's a puppet to the West. Remember, the same president gives out orders to the United States to establish their own military drone base in Ivory Coast. And due to that, military have come up and defended their own country. And they have led a military coup, which has led to a killing of the top general in Ivory Coast. Now, you see, right now as we speak, internets in Ivory Coast are already shut. They don't want this news to go past Ivory Coast because they know that this will shame both the West and any other African leaders who have been the puppets to the West. As we speak, the people in Ivory Coast want to do away with their current sitting president.
Could foreign powers be attempting to restore a leader they consider vital to their agenda, even if the people no longer trust him? And why is the Western media silent on a crisis of this magnitude? Before we wrap up this urgent analysis, we want to play a short clip from Dr. Arikana Chihombori Kwao, who has long warned about the resurgence of African resistance and the importance of this revolution for future generations. Her message is especially vital today, as Ivory Coast potentially stands at a historic crossroads.
You don't expect those who put us in a position of servitude to undo the damage. They will continue it for as long as we are stupid enough to continue to listen to their lies. Wake up, Africa. Wake up, black people around the world. Africa is your problem. Own it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. For Africa to change, for you to be able to benefit from what is yours. What's in Africa is the inheritance of every black person on earth. But if you're stupid enough to listen to the lies, and while they continue to exploit your Africa, while they continue to amass wealth for their children, grandchildren, and generations to come, then the joke on you. But until we educate you, until we make you aware of what is really going on, and that is where we elders come in, we must speak truth to power. That's why we need a Pan-African television that's going to boom the history, that's going to let people know that you are part of an experiment to make sure that you continue to be in bondage. Understand that you are actually in shackles of the mind, that this war we are in, the war of #African economic liberation. We were denied economic liberation at this fake independence. Our people must understand the dynamics, that the systems that are in place, the World Bank, IMF, the Bretton Woods institutions, we must fight and push for them to be dismantled, because they never included Africa as part of their success is based on the failure of African nations and other developing nations. So why do we participate? Why do African ministers of finance even go to Washington? So I'm saying, understand the systems, the financial systems, the trade systems, the UN. Those systems are not for us. They must be dismantled. Let's not participate in that.
How will our children remember this moment? Will they say we were silent while our nations were sold off again, or that we stood firm and demanded a new Africa? Africa is undergoing a seismic transformation. From the Sahel to the Gulf of Guinea, people are waking up to their right to self-determination and unity. Whether the developments in Ivory Coast are confirmed or not, the narrative is clear. Africans are growing weary of externally imposed control. The road ahead will not be easy, but every spark of resistance lights the path toward liberation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Africa News Channel.
Now, it's a really weird thing that this are going on in other parts of Africa. Meanwhile, the Ramaphosa, which is the president of South Africa, is now in Washington. And I try and make deal with Elon Musk and Trump. One of the deals I try and make is to bypass all of the laws them will govern business represented in South Africa, to make Elon Musk Tesla car them take over South Africa, and also in internet service. The people them are saying not to come back. The people in South Africa say not to come back to South Africa if you stay Washington. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. The man sit down there and make deal, and after Elon Musk is the one who caused the whole heap of problem to South Africa, because he must say them a commit genocide. And you know them have a thing with them a show now where actually Trump in the White House show him say genocide that take place in South Africa, and Ramaphosa try to tell him say nothing like that. And the world, even white people tell him say no go so. But him still insists to say it, just like any other lie we usually tell. And now he might take white Africans must not be mixed up with Africans in America. Dozens of them land in America as refugee because them say they are being oppressed in South Africa when it's them own most of the land. It's them own most of the land in South Africa. That is why Mugabe was hated so much. Because Mugabe say these people come there and take away the land from them. And in Zimbabwe, they was not planting food, these white people wasn't planting food, where they plant? Flowers. They plant flowers for export it to Europe. Meanwhile, the land there for plant food, and the black people, them couldn't even touch it. Miles and miles of land. And when you ask them, oh, so much land is the same, say, it's a white, them call the name of the white man who own over there, so the white man who own over there, so. Well, it's the same thing with South Africa. The majority of the land in South Africa is owned by white people. And when them declare now, say, they must distribute the land to the black Africans, them that them can't get land to do whatever them want to do with it. You hear Elon Musk ball out say, them kill off the white people them there, and them allow them to have refugee status in America. If you watch the little white people them with them baby, everybody coming to America now, so they must start new life. But none of them not tell you say genocide are going down there. And the president of South Africa, Donald Trump, sit down in at the White House, and they must show him video where they must kill. Watch a man. South Africa is a dangerous place, My brethren named him Lucky Dube. Him get hijacked in him car, Them kill him. And the man them, 5 of them, when them hear say Lucky Dube, them kill them go kill themselves. South Africa is a crime-ridden place, just like Jamaica, just like Trinidad. So if you're a white man dead down there, it's not because he's white, or because he have a genocide, they have a thing against, they want to kill off the white people. It's not like that. It's just a crime thing. Black people are dead down there more than white people as it comes on to crime. But this man come now and say, them a kill off white people. So he might give them refugee status in South Africa, in America. And him start with it already. He won't do that with no brown people. He won't do that with no black people. Because you don't know how him see black people already. And Elon Musk, who born in South Africa, him started. And this guy sit down there, this man sit down there now and go like say, he must suck up to them. I don't know what's going to happen when him go back to South Africa. This is really weird. After all them junior make to liberate Africa. And we see a little youth, we see some youth rise up in West Africa, and I say, French, leave. And a female too, the female from Namibia, she rise up and she take side with Ibrahim Traore. She take side with him. And I say, yes. And if you see how much people in Africa take side with the little youth, I would say little youth, well, a youth still. And then we have Senegal. One time Senegal was the eyeball of France in Africa, Senegal was the eyeball of France in Africa. Now we see a youth come take over that and say, French, enough is enough, leave. We see it happening in Mali, we see it happening in Burkina Faso, we see it happening in Niger, we see it go down the line now, See it go down the line. So we don't know what will happen, but we know say something is happening in Africa where we need to take a stock of because the Western world not telling us what is happening. The Western world not telling us what is happening. And we have to go find the news them from down there and make you know what is happening because it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. The coup against Ibrahim Traore. Enough time them try it. Enough time them try it. And the brethren still stand up there. Still stand up there. And everybody I watch what happen with a youth there. Everybody. Everybody. Place in the world. One in the Gaza and one over in Africa there. A whole heap of people are going like say them don't want to recognize genocide when them see genocide. And them really get good name now. Good afternoon, Mr. Dabdo.
Hi, good afternoon, Muta.
Why you know easy?
Good night.
And the second time for about a month now you come on the program. It was in the day, now you come in the night.
Yes.
So we just not talk about genocide. Yeah.
Yes.
We just not talk about genocide a while ago. And I know say the Gaza, it look like it get worse, man. It look like the guys them are kill the people them quicker now.
Well, they are, yes.
Since Trump come, it's like them get a green light for just kill them and sweep up the land and everything.
To be honest, it is a progression that was happening under Biden.
Biden,
kind of it started under him, and he did nothing really to stop it except pretty words.
No, him never do nothing.
Like
give them more bomb. Right. Give them more bomb.
Yeah, the progression really is preparing the world for what they're about to do.
Yes.
And our silence is causing it to happen. It's causing the progression. I'll give you an example. Remember when the first hospital was bombed in Gaza?
Yeah.
Israel came out and said it's a lie, they didn't do it, that it was Hamas who did it. I wonder if you remember that.
Yeah, man, I remember, man.
And all of them was trying to make it out that it was not
Hamas.
Israel that did it. No, there are 36 hospitals in Gaza, and Israel has bombed every striking one.
Everyone.
And destroyed most of them.
Yes.
So that government is a lying criminal government that is holding the whole world at ransom. And it's amazing that the Western leaders, because of money connections or fear or what, because they will have people going against them in election with heavy money, they're all like little wimps and boys. Trump hasn't really shown me that he's any different than them. He talks a good talk.
Yeah, but he must supply them with Gaza and talk, but he want move the people them from half of the land and make it become
they have all
hotel resort.
Yeah, all these countries have been supplying Israel with weapons.
Yeah.
Even, it's funny, even yesterday, when Lammy was talking about UK and France and Canada,
yes.
He's saying, no, they have to take a stand. They sent a spy plane a British spy plane over Gaza, the same after he spoke. I mean, these people are just lying, hypocritical criminals who are dehumanizing the world. They're not just killing off Gaza.
Yeah.
They're killing the whole world's humanity.
South Sudan.
What Gaza has done is expose the hypocrisy and the criminality that has been going on and been well hidden.
Yes.
You mentioned some of the things in Africa, and nobody is speaking about it. I mean, what happened in the Sudan? The M23 is backed by the United
Senegalese
Arab Emirates.
Senegalese president.
No.
Not Senegalese. Not Senegal.
Sudanese.
Yeah, no.
Sudanese. He's a rebel leader, so-called rebel leader.
No, I mix it up with Rwanda. Sorry, I mix it up with Rwanda.
Oh yeah, well that's another story which involves the Congo.
Yeah. Sorry, I mix it up with
that is another sellout leader. I just say, the world is watching Traore. The man's behavior is impressive. He's not a fool. They will go for him. The upside is like you have something you control for centuries.
Yeah.
You're not going to give it up easy. But the world needs to wake up. But what's happening in Sudan, I want to go back to that. But people don't know that. I don't hear them talking about it. But we don't know. The mainstream media is not telling us. 13 million people have been displaced. And there's a gentleman named Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, who was actually born in Chad, who is leading the M23. But guess what? He all the areas he's gone with his forces and taken over the mines, the gold mines. He's done it as a business for himself.
Yes.
In league with the United Arab Emirates. And it is a disgrace. This ICC and the ICJ is just a puppet, disgraceful example to the world. Sudan took UAE to the ICJ to say that their army had provided proof and how they're destroying the country by arming these people, the M23. But of course, they benefit from the gold mines that this man is stealing.
Yes, that is why Traore take it from them.
Yeah. Well, so what happened? What did the ICJ rule? They didn't rule that United Arab Emirates is not doing it. They ruled that they have no jurisdiction to enact. What's it? I just wrote it down. To enact the measures against the UAE. And the judges voted to end the case. They don't even say, well, all right, we condemn their action. They don't even say that. Yet, the ICC could issue a warrant for the Filipino Duarte on the 7th of March, and on the 11th of March, this man is in the air, flown up, arrested, detained the same day on the 11th of March, and flown out the same day. Netanyahu has a warrant out for him.
He might fly up and down. He might go to America.
Oh yeah, all over the world.
All over the world. He might travel to Jamaica too.
Not only that, the guy who issued the warrant has his bank accounts frozen in all over the world, in the Western world.
Yeah.
The ICC prosecutor. And now he has resigned. So, I mean, this is a joke. And we are at a crossroads now. Israel has said, Netanyahu has said, Smotrich has said, and the other leader, Ben Gvir, all three of them have said they are going to remove the Palestinians from there. From Gaza.
Gaza. They're going to move them so they're going to find somewhere to go. Yeah,
and they're bombing and killing them. Plus, they're starving them.
Yes.
I mean, and the whole world is so damn silent. What happened is a number of politicians in the House of Commons in England have been raising hell about it. If there is a vote, it would be overwhelmingly to cut ties with Gaza. But all they have to do is control the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary, which is Lamy.
Yeah.
And nothing is done. They don't put it to a vote. It is sick. So 90% of the people in the world are against this. But they are mostly silent. Although there have been thousands and thousands of people, millions really, who have demonstrated all over the world. But if you feel that you have no power, then you have no power.
Yeah.
you need to talk out. You need to condemn these people. You need to see reporters and say, why are you being silent? This is your job. 225 journalists have been killed in
Gaza.
Gaza.
Yeah.
And you mean the press association of how many countries have not condemned it, including, unfortunately, Jamaica's thing.
No, well, Jamaica have a condemn nothing, no, you know.
Well,
and
I
like
saw the
first time,
press
you know.
association president and I said to him, why don't you, listen to this. He says, why don't you send me a letter? Now imagine, a media man.
Him tell you must send him a letter?
Yeah, about doing a condemnation.
I mean the media. Him is a journalist.
Yes. This is it. It reminds me when I was on radio with somebody who was a so-called journalist, sports journalist, many years ago.
Yeah.
And he had a publication in his hand. And I mentioned something to him. And he says, you know, I don't think that's right. I said, it is right. Those are the figures. And he said to me, well, I don't know. I don't know that's right. I said, well, you know, you should know. You're the journalist. I said, I am just a fan. I said, anyway, look in the book that you have in your hand and check if it's not right. So the total unprofessionalism, I have to say. And people in the world just have positions now, including prime ministers, including and they only have it for position to be listening to what people are telling them what they should do. So why have we reached this way? We have reached here because I think 34, first of all, there was always a colonial history.
Yeah.
And it may change its form, but the people who want to be in charge will change their style of keeping in charge. But about 40 years ago, I think, worldwide, it grew to the point where, in terms of what was our values in the world, how much money does a man have? You listen to people talk, Jamaica, anywhere you're talking about, boy, I have money. Sometimes you'll talk, you know, this guy is a very dishonest guy. Boy, I have a whole heap of money, you know. So once you lose that value system, I remember as a little boy growing up, you tell me, Muta, who were the most respected people in the community? You know who was one most respected? A teacher. The teacher was looked up to. Today, the teacher, them not the money. But
everybody, every youth would want to a police or a doctor.
Yeah. Police or
fireman.
All that, right. Talking about doctor, we are now charging people $4.2 million a year to study to be a doctor.
Okay.
And all this is part of the IMF and World Bank program where
still hang on upon them.
Yeah, I mean, it is all stupid.
And we don't
think
for
right. Ourselves. Yeah. But going back to this genocide, I think it is a shame. The CARICOM meeting is coming up. They have the obligation to actually cut ties with Israel for this. They have the obligation to shine the light on the atrocities being committed in Congo and Sudan.
Yeah.
They have that obligation, but they don't have the courage.
You don't hear no Caribbean leader talk about what is happening in the Congo and in South Sudan. None of them, none.
And I want to tell you, unfortunately, probably, they don't really know.
I mean, them don't know, man.
They don't
it's
really
coward.
care.
It's coward, coward.
Well, when I say they don't know, they know of it, but they don't know any detail. You know, and of course that would come under your foreign ministry. But it is heartless and crazy.
Terrible.
So our obligation now, as we think as little people, is just to look after ourselves and wait to hear what the money man them say we want.
Yeah,
I'm a businessman. Yeah, I'm a businessman, Muta. Nothing is wrong with business. But when you're a crooked businessman, then it's bad. You know?
All right, we have to move.
We're not changing the stuff. But
we have to move.
anyway,
we have to keep talking about it. We have to move, but we have to keep talking about it.
Right. Okay, Muta.
All right. Give thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call. Good man.
Right.
Good. Bye-bye.
This Labor Day.
All right, we'll wait for the tune. Then we'll go on and play this.
Ever have I heard a silence as loud as when a mother delivers a child already condemned by the sky above her. Dr. Ezzedine Shahab, a physician and a writer in Gaza, wrote the following on his Twitter page on May 3rd. Yesterday at Al-Auda Hospital in northern Gaza, a girl child came into this world, and the world rejected her. She had no brain, not in the poetic sense of innocence or purity, but anatomically, literally, anencephaly. No cerebrum, no future thought, no dreams, no memory to be made, a skull empty of purpose. She was full term. Her mother carried her for 9 long months, through burning nights and weeping mornings, through dust, grief, and sirens, and then birth, but no life to save, only silence. The doctors stood helpless, mocked by the limits of their hands. I saw them, people of medicine, their skilled, sterile fingers trembling, not from confusion, but from recognition. Teratogenic damage, developmental failure, genetic disfigurement, not by chance, but by war. Bombs struck not only buildings, but chromosomes. The weapons, steel, shiny, American, fell not just to destroy the present, but to corrupt the womb, to poison the idea of tomorrow. What do we call this horror? Radiation, dioxins, depleted uranium, invisible toxins that do not kill quickly. They wait. They embed, cross placental walls, and twist the neural tube. They disrupt life before it begins. There are more cases, miscarriages, premature births, malformed limbs, cleft palates wider than sorrow, spinal cords like broken scrolls. The doctors whisper now, this is no cluster, it's a pattern. A Lancet study warns of up to 200,000 indirect victims, not from blast wounds, but from genetic harm passed down to generations unborn. But the world is deaf. It counts the dead by explosions, not deformities. It tracks casualties by limbs lost, not genes shattered. And here beneath the rubble, the deepest wound is in the womb. I saw her yesterday, the mother. She didn't cry. She only looked. Her arms were empty. She had carried a daughter with no brain, but the child had eyelashes, fingers, and that's the most terrible thing, that life tried, that the body obeyed, that even in apocalypse, the cells kept building. Somewhere, another child may be born marked by air their mother once breathed, and they won't know why. They say war ends, that ceasefires come, that healing is possible. But how can it end when it lives in cells, when the placenta becomes a battlefield, when biology becomes the archive of war? This is not just a war of fire and steel. It's a war against life, against women, against the act of birth itself. I have seen death, bodies torn, lungs gasping under broken ribs. But never have I heard a silence as loud as when a mother delivers a child already condemned by the sky above her. And so I write, not to accuse, not to weep, but to remember, because some weapons do not explode, they incubate. That was Dr. Ezzedine Shahab writing from Gaza. Suleiman Hedji, a photojournalist, took the aerial footage you saw over the ruins of Rafah in the south earlier this week.
Can you imagine when them start bulldoze Gaza to flatten it with all them rubble there, how much bodies under them rubble there where them no find? Can you imagine how much baby under them blocks and steel there? We're still under there from the war start and now. Man, may I tell you, man to man. Terrible, terrible. We're going to take a break and come forward. Break time.
Bebu Boateng. So Senegal has officially launched its first ever oil refinery. It's a major move that has the potential to change the game, not just for the West African nation, but for the entire continent. Now, if you're thinking, okay, cool, why should I care? Stick with me, because this is about way more than just oil. It's about power, it's about control, and a shift as far as Africa finally beginning to take charge of its own future. Now, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another critical conversation like the one we're about to have. All right, guys, so let's rewind a little bit, okay? Up until now, Senegal had to import refined petroleum products. So basically, crude oil would leave Africa, get processed elsewhere, and then come back at a higher price. And that's the cycle we've seen all over and over again in Africa. And frankly, it is one of the reasons why the continent remains one of the poorest on Earth. Although we are blessed with an unimaginable abundance of natural resources, and I'm talking about resources that cannot be found anywhere else in the world, we extract very little value from them. You see, most of these resources are exported out of the continent in their raw state, and then they are returned to the continent in a finished or refined state at a premium price. So something that should cost, maybe $1 will end up costing $5 because it was refined out of the country or the continent. There is very little value creation happening on the continent. So think oil, gold, diamond, cocoa, you name it. But Senegal just said, enough of that. Time to change that. And so it all began in 2014 when the Sangomar offshore oil field was discovered off the coast of Senegal. Drilling in the field began in 2024, and this put Senegal on the map as an oil-producing nation. But here's where things got really interesting, because instead of just pumping the oil and shipping it off to be refined somewhere else, Senegal made a power move. They said, we will build our own local refinery and keep that value right at home. And that's exactly what they've done. You see, they've invested over $1 billion in upgrades to their national refinery known as Senegal African Refinery Company, SAR, leveraging financing from local banks as well as the Pan-African Bank, Afrexim Bank. And today they've processed their first batch of crude, 650,000 barrels to be exact, producing 90,000 tons of diesel, gasoline, kerosene, and butane gas. That's huge, but they are not done yet, as they are reportedly in the midst of an additional $500 million deal to further expand their capacity. So let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter beyond Senegal? Because this is about Africa shifting from being just a supplier of raw materials to actually controlling the production process. You see, oil isn't just a resource, right? Oil is power. The countries that control oil production control their own economic destiny. Look at Dubai. Look at Saudi Arabia. And for way too long, African nations have been locked out of that power structure. Think about it. Nigeria, Angola, Ghana, they have all got oil, but they still have to import refined fuel. It just doesn't make any sense. Meanwhile, countries like the US, China, and Europe make billions refining and selling it back to Africans. Now that's the cycle that Senegal is breaking here. Fuel prices could drop. Local jobs, potentially thousands of them created. Energy security, a huge step forward. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Africa loses billions every year by not refining its own resources. So Senegal's move is proof that that doesn't have to be the case. But of course, with big wins come big responsibilities, right? The government has already set up commissions to review oil contracts to make sure that foreign companies aren't walking away with all the profits. And that's the right move. Because if we're talking long-term success, we have to make sure that the money is staying in the country and that it's benefiting its people. So the next step, well, Senegal needs to reinvest these oil revenues very wisely. Infrastructure, education, and this is a big one, renewable energy. They have the chance, an opportunity to be a leader, not just in oil, but in Africa's transition to clean energy. And let's hope they take that.
Now, few had heard of him a year ago, and now he is set to become Africa's youngest president. The official results of Senegal's election are expected by the 29th of March, but provisional results show that opposition leader Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who's 44, is set to win. His extraordinary rise caps a roller coaster period in Senegalese politics that caught many off guard. Months in jail alongside ally and kingmaker Ousmane Sonko ended suddenly, with the pair released the week before the presidential election. Now, Mr. Clean, as he's nicknamed, has promised to get to work on some sweeping reforms. Let's speak to our West Africa correspondent, Thomas Nardi. Just tell us a little bit more about Mr. Faye.
Well, Diomaye Faye is a 44-year-old tax inspector and a member of the disbanded Pastif Party, co-founded by popular opposition figure Ousmane Sonko. They were both imprisoned on separate charges and subsequently released just days before the election. And Ousmane Sonko was disqualified from contesting in the election because of a suspended defamation conviction. So Diomaye Faye was selected to replace him. He's known among his peers to stand for the principles of fairness, integrity, and transparency. And he's already started speaking. He said that he will rule this country with humility, and he will also fight corruption. His promise to reform the country's institutions and deal with challenges facing the youth, such as unemployment and the high cost of living. He made these remarks during his first public appearance after his main political challenger conceded defeat.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Thomas Nardi for us there, our West Africa correspondent.
What's happening in Senegal also speaks to the importance of leadership. Since taking office in April 2024, President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the youngest elected leader in Africa, has made one thing clear. Senegal is reclaiming its sovereignty. And he's not just talking the talk, he's walking it, taking decisive action. In November 2024, he ordered the withdrawal of French military troops, sending a strong message that Senegal will no longer be a staging ground for foreign powers.
As French people, could you imagine seeing us in your country with tanks or military vehicles, with Senegalese soldiers in Senegalese uniforms? That's what history has been like. France has enslaved, colonized, and remained.
And on the economic front, he's renegotiating oil and gas contracts, making sure that Senegal, not foreign companies, reaps the benefits of its natural resources. And he's also doubling down on cultural independence, pushing for the use of indigenous languages, and I love this, over French in schools and government. So what's the takeaway? It's simple. Senegal is setting the blueprint for how African countries can take control of their own resources and break free from dependence on foreign players. This refinery is bigger than oil. It's about self-sufficiency. It's about economic growth and a new vision for Africa's future. And for me, it is just so exciting to see. So the question now is, who's next? Which African nation would you like to see follow Senegal's lead? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. That's it for today's breakdown, family. If you found this insightful.
In the hearts of Africans everywhere, Namibia's freshly minted president, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, has thrown down the gauntlet. With the fearlessness of Burkina Faso's revolutionary lion, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this trailblazing woman, Namibia's first female leader, has declared that starting April 3rd, 2025, US citizens will no longer waltz into her nation without a visa. Yes, you heard that right. The days of Western privilege on African soil are numbered, and Nandine Ndaitwah is leading the charge with a boldness that echoes the thunder of our ancestors. This is no timid policy tweak. This is a seismic shift, a roaring proclamation of sovereignty that reverberates from the dunes of the Namib Desert to the shores of the Atlantic. For decades, Namibia has flung its doors wide open to tourists from the United States and other Western nations, welcoming them with open arms and visa-free entry for up to 90 days. It was a gesture of goodwill, a strategy to bolster tourism, a lifeline for Namibia's economy, and a nod to the global image of a hospitable Africa. But no more. President Nandine Ndaitwah, barely a week into her historic tenure, has turned the tables with a policy rooted in the sacred principle of reciprocity. If Namibians must jump through hoops, endure humiliating visa interviews, and...
Oops. Wow, that cut off, so. This is the Cuttin Edge and IFM. We are going through the paces, you know. We are going through the paces because enough things we not hear. We are come out of Africa, enough things we not hear. So we feel our duty to keep you up to date. For those of you who don't follow the internet and do have the internet to follow you, there is enough things happening in Africa that we need to understand and know. We don't want them keep blinded. We don't want them keep it dumb. But it's really what them keep it dumb. So we feel that it is necessary and important that we carry through these spaces of what is happening there politically. And not only politically still, because you know, they say if you look on all TikTok, most of the things them you see on TikTok with African, you know, is dance, them a dance. Or there's some foolishness. Somebody will grab somebody's purse and give the next person. Or we see the whole of them, or some big bottom woman, a bounce over this one, a bounce over this one. Most of the time you see it from Africa, that you see. And when I say no, go more than that, you know, but if you have 10 times, you see it, 9 times, you look, you see some whole heap of madness and craziness are going on. Like that is the only thing black people know for do. Yes, that's what I'm sure you. When you look on the Chinese, them, whole heap of time you see them do some study. Something them a try do to educate themselves. Black people make even the TikTok tongue them in that. And China man started. He never started for you to do that. And that you make it turn into. And that you make it turn into. It's 12 o'clock and the dot. 12 o'clock.
Brothers and sisters. Make female artist. Whitney Houston. Jesus, you go back again, and you take my favorite male singer, Michael Jackson, when you say heal the world. No, Jesus, you go again, you go as far as you take my favorite boxer, Muhammad Ali. So God, Donald Trump is one of my favorite presidents.
Welcome back, Calm Raspa. Long time when I hear from him, but he was on last week, and it's good to have bright people calling and informing us, Muta.
Yeah, man.
I pleasure again, Muta. Why, Muta? Quite frankly, I don't know where to go, but you're 100% right. Trump took in a lot of white refugee, and I noticed you saw them deal with black people, the rejection and the resentment. And when they made exploit South Africa and exploit black people. America support all these things and all that. But so quick him might set the white people them.
Well, you know that him that him run off, you know.
And
you all the people them going deport so far. No white people in it.
No white people in it. So you see when you and Carboy educators I tell you say, when you sit down and wait for these white people to come save. Most of white people are my enemy. Me don't want no friend from them. If me and them do business, then give me more want and I pay them and I'm gone. But the problem with we black people now, Muta, we want to friend them and white people don't want to friend with. Because white people don't see we as human beings. And it's the same thing I go on out here with the class thing, Muta. You understand? The same thing I go on, but when I ask the Muta, our captain, the Abraham Charo, when them catch these people who make attempt to assassinate him, it's like me I hear same one and over about the enemy them. There's not an international court where you can sue like France or these. Obviously, France and America are there behind it. You can sue them or do something. Or show some good example of these terrorists then.
Well, what going on now is that him run them out of the country and then control up back the things them where them did control over the years. I don't know about carry them go to prison. I don't know what you
no, man, I think but me like him I say would hand them back over to them wherever they come from, but I see them should have the public firing squad and show people say no, this is a consequence.
No, well, you can't no certain work. Certain work. You can't go take some foreigner who did do certain like and just take them and start firing squad.
No, they want them where come there for assassinate and they want them where them pay much money as murder.
Oh, them man, yeah. Well,
sure, example.
You know, I don't know white people, you know, the people them from Cote d'Ivoire.
It no matter one thing,
no man, I wouldn't put them there the other day, you know.
Yeah, man, when I
met the little attack will go on, you know. And now for the man them with the plan certain things get caught up in a gunshot and bullet and
but look for a country like Nigeria, you know, much Nigeria, Jamaica, we as a little South Africa will fight against human rights. Nigeria, I support the French people and the US, really now. And then I was told that I'm supposed to come here to do some speech and our government turn him down. The captain there, Abraham Char from Burkina Faso.
I don't think that's true. Who said that?
It's a rumor me I hear, but I think that's true. All right, Muta, we can move on now. Question, Muta. Question. The machine there where them buy for 30 million and if I go around. There's not a solution to it. Why is it that whoever oversight thing not call the company will buy it from or the actual receipt?
No, what them get a receipt, you know, with a number on it, you know. Because them say the machine where them talk about another one that them did buy. Mix up. Because you listen to one set of people. You listen to one set of people and them say it's repair the machine where the PNP man talk about. It's a machine where them send go Texas for go repair. And it come back and it costs $1,000 US. But a new machine did buy will cost how much money, I don't know how much.
Supposed to cost $300,000.
It's a different machine that them talk about.
They must say it's a different machine to justify it now. Most of them say, all right, we get a bigger machine so the money justify. Motor, you say it's evident now, so you can't trust no entity with this guy with jacket and tie. I don't see no rasta in there. Every sort of corruption in this country, Motor. I don't say a rasta man in it, no. But make a rasta man involved in it and pay jacket and tie.
No, rasta man not going to that, man.
We come from university. So where's the integrity, Motor? Where's the honor? Where's the moral then? That's our thief and a pretty up thing. Every entity, Motor, we can't give our account for $3 trillion and we'll come back plus we add an next machine to it for value.
But you figure out now. That's why I can't interview politician on a program, you know. All right. One politician tell you something, you know, and when you listen to him grab you, you know, you believe it, you know. And when the next politician come with film reason now, him grab you to you believe him. So two of them can't write it up. One must wrong.
Most one, all right, Muta, two things quickly.
One must wrong.
You tell me for the past 10 years, we ever find a politician involved or support demonstration? Name two.
Demonstration?
Involving it.
Right.
So you see the election thing where I go and you say, oh, Babsy and Tough Time, each up behind the nurse them. These people in a business with nothing.
No, but you don't know this all, when name Dr. Watson, what them call him now, Dr. Oldness. You know, every day, Dr. Depan Oldness Depan jail
promotion. Yeah, every day.
Every day, something when him say, some which part him there.
You see,
all over the place.
I know, you mention, so well, all right, people, we'll cut up some little piece of land, this, I know, and them here in a motor, them here, I know, you my mention, all right, we'll cut up some land, when the ancestors fight for these land, come for peace of land, every family get a piece, we can't give everybody in the family, but every family get a piece of land, and you put all the cloud planet on a family, I know what you see there on the TV, and I do the government work about to promote for in a third term for a reason. And the PNP I behave like say them win. I behave like them win. You understand? But next thing, Mota now, next thing. Somebody are going with some young police boy. I'm not disrespect them, but some young police boy I look on big man and say them a box them. Question now. You notice the policeman that interview the other day?
You see the thing we're going on, I go and spend.
I get a picture of fire, yeah. But question now, Muta, but the police them know for the better Muta, it's a politician now about it, and come back to the South Africa thing where I say, they don't value black people like that, so you find a police boy who come look for a big man trim that can say my box them down. And Andrew Wallace don't condemn it, The police commission don't condemn it, Them company never company really no motor and tell you answer that thing. I say, well, we train them on this motor. If me tell my girl, I said, hey, and them go be, me tell them to leave me house or me yard quickly. Interview a commissioner of police like the guy, then I tell you where you are, here motor. You can't look for a big man, but through him black, them have no respect for themselves. And the man them license.
We have to take a break.
Yeah,
and
man.
So come back, me don't know. Take a break.
Get any senior superintendent of police or commissioner of police to come on the radio for an hour or half an hour and tell me what the police can do. Because a policeman is supposed to take your license. You're supposed to show him. Them not condemn the young police, but it's like the police was run without the head, them just get paid and I come sugarcoat things. But motor, shoot out to we. That's why I can't like Labour and PNP. No police now go Beverly's. Actually, girl, no kill no youth. Just look what they killing them are going. Just look where it are going.
No, hold on. But me not see we are going down in the garrison, them are going up at Cherry So why them would have go up there or kill somebody?
No, but gunman up the motor. I live at Cherry a couple so much years. I'm sitting there. I live at Mona.
Then you should have go to the court, go tell them.
Oh, mate for them, but
so
tell man
up there.
Come, no, me kind of in a system, but more to more. All right, Muta. Because finally now, what took place the other day, I notice now upon the radio now, it come like where politicians are campaigning and say, don't kill no baby, don't kill no woman. Protect the woman, protect the babies. Muta, we lose 1,800 odd people every year. 5 of that, I'm sure 5 of that. Out of that 1,000, 5 women are dead. Now 5 baby. Warm to the man them, so the man them for dead then. Every life is a life for me, Muta. When it's in the belly.
Yeah, I know, but
and that's how I promote Muta.
No, hold on. Yeah, we hear about man and get shot in our but when a man kill a little youth, cut throat of the baby or rape a little girl and throw a little girl, that make you feel different, Rasta.
Yeah, we condemn that Muta.
Yeah, we don't go condemn, but it make you feel different. It make you feel different, man.
Muta, we support foolishness,
No, but when you say our life is a life, yes, but the circumstance we surround the life You know, a little girl or what, and a man will take her and
Man take her
kill
away.
her.
Yeah, that's
a different thing. I mean, I can't
that's why I say Muta, every life is a life, because if you check the statistic with the murder rate for the year, 1,800, 1,900, most of them, 85% of them are young man and men Muta. So what we are saying, if Muta life no important than Andrew nor me, everybody life important, even if he's a garbage man or he's a man who cut the land, because on all tier we value working. When them go and find them the worst and that, work with them now, them go and find go do it. You know? So every man life important, when them have degree,
every man life important. Every man
right,
life important.
But you don't promote. Just emphasize alone for pitney a woman. Emphasize for men too. Emphasize for that side. Them run come and Muta come work, because when them get with the teeth in them can't do it foreign. So them come and them can't go prison. That's why when you find you get a machine, I'm not want to buy a machine where to save life. Yeah, rob the money. You know, buy about 4 more machines with that Muta, man. Good God, man. And the Governor General lip steal, the Prime Minister lip steal. How can them man here educated, we're supposed to make the country better? You buy a machine and the man say, that money there, 30 million they were spent, could I buy how much machine? Then why would they have bed in the hospital, Muta? I used to want everything I just pay poor people. I feel it.
So we are saying them shouldn't buy the machine, or them shouldn't
buy
the money.
4 of the machine, Muta, with the money to the rabbit up. Them now heart, man, and them I get where them nothing now come outside. Kind of say, look, this is the 3 trillion. The 3 trillion silence now favor William. They make a statement on it, you know. I notice, you know, you're nothing more about it. Nothing more about it. Nothing now come out of them thing, just like the X6 and the man that beat room out of the chair, our country, and this. Long life Muta.
All right, yeah, I'm from Minister of Culture now.
What?
Yeah. And you never tell me name yet, you know. You never tell me the name yet.
Never.
I don't know him name. Him call every week and I don't know him name.
Yeah. Well, I think because of the truth and rights for him attack, him keep that off the radar. You know what I mean? Because, you know, so him just a deal with the information which is true and so. But Brexit Part 2 war start again. Because Keir Starmer do a reset deal with the European Union, which will lower prices on air travelers and the Brexiteers.
He must sidestep America. He must sidestep America.
Yes, and said that a surrender by a deal with the EU, you know. But what has happened, you know, Muta, is that since Brexit, the prices of things have gone up because taxes and things coming from the EU, which wasn't in the time of EU thing, and travel and all kind of thing. So people really feeling it. So when Keir Starmer do that, it really helping. But the diehard Brexiteers, them no business, even though people suffering and them suffering too. You know what I mean?
So they're not taking into consideration Trump tariff too, because that's rising.
Precisely, that is to show you them hypocritical. Them now cost Trump with what Trump do. We hurt them. But them onto the EU, which the EU thing. A lot of medicine that used to come through the EU. No longer come, a lot of people can't get important medicine because it used to come from the other European Union countries. You know what I mean? So I am glad that the reality has shown that, you know what I mean? And them we're there. For real, you know. So that I go on.
But the Chinese man, them a give America hell, man.
Yes, man.
You know, see the Boeing, them say them turn back all of the Boeing plane them, you know, go back to America and them not take none.
And I agree because it's Trump started.
Yeah, man, terrible,
so he get where he deserves. He started. And what it does, you know, is a blessing in disguise, you know. It shows that we as Africans, well, we who are Pan-Africanists know that. To show other Africans and other people that we have to have our own economic arrangements and not be held to ransom by the USA. So it's a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Because all the US use all them Swiss system to share up people with financial transactions like where them they do with Zimbabwe and any country where them no want and them think the economic terrorism and that type of thing. So it's a good thing that they have been doing this type of thing because it's forced other countries in Africa, the Caribbean and elsewhere to be self-reliant.
At that time, the new Prime Minister of Namibia, the woman there, at that level, she had turned on, and I said, watch out now. Too much of them, you know. We can't bother work with them. We have to do what we have to do. You know?
In other words, the Marcus Garvey solution of self-reliance.
Yes,
self-reliance.
the only science,
because we have to see about ourselves. Yeah, man. Yeah. And you know what sweet me? Is how Trump assured Ramaphosa in the meeting about so-called European farmers them in a thing, dead
genocide,
and that type of thing.
Genocide.
Yeah. But for sure you all Ramaphosa is a sellout just like in Mentor.
I just talk about to me just earlier on, I talk about me say, can you just imagine them don't want him come back and have South Africa.
Because what Ramaphosa, if Ramaphosa was a Pan-Africanist, he would have said 90% of the land in South Africa is owned and controlled by Europeans who got it by murdering our people.
Yeah.
And this is why the majority of Africans in South Africa, except they like him and the Mandela thing, are okay. Because in our own country, our people are landless and we do own and control the economy. So that has to, we have to reclaim our land. There's no two ways about it, no more.
But the problem with that, is that Elon must start the whole madness, and pass it on to Trump. But we and him now make deal with Elon Musk. Mama pose and make deal with Elon Musk, for go around all of the land them in Africa, in South Africa now. Forget Elon Musk a little pathway. That it's easier for him to sell him Tesla car them and them something there, like him suck up to them, like him suck up to them.
Elon Musk to buy none of cars or nothing. We must make our own cars and things. And remember how Elon Musk make money. It's out of exploiting our people in South Africa, in family.
In family, yeah.
In family, that's when get, so him is a parasite, a racist parasite who make money. Him have way him have by exploiting our people. And remember, Ramaphosa was on the board of that Maricana company.
Yes.
That when the workers them in a strike, them get police, the ANC government, and shoot down and murder the African miners who were striking, Let us not forget that, because Ramaphosa was on the board of that company, that mining company, So he's not he's a sellout like Nelson Mandela. Because there's no two ways about the land issue, Muta. Africans in South Africa will never be better off if them do get back the land of the
South Africa, yeah.
Simple.
7% of the population controls 70% of the country.
Exactly.
Kind of madness.
Yeah. Them still own about 90% of the land. That's why our people locked into so-called township ghettos and that type of thing, and the crime rate is so thing. No, that cannot work.
You ever go down to Alexandria yet? Alexandria, you ever go down there yet?
No, but I know about it because
I go down the Rasta.
People who me deal with. Yes.
I go down there and I tell you Rasta. Not back a wall. I mean, where you're at back a wall.
You mean back a wall look like uptown Beverly Hills Street?
I tell you, man. I go down the Rasta and it burn me, man.
Yes,
when we go down there, man. So, yes, so black people live Rasta.
Yeah, man, the boy Nelson Mandela. That's why the Europeans them in the West always praise Nelson Mandela, Anytime you see Europeans praise an African, it's because he's a traitor and I work for them and not for the African people. Remember, Nelson Mandela was him write in our book against Marcus Garvey, you know, because Marcus Garvey say Africa for the Africans, those at home and abroad, you know. The boy Nelson Mandela, you know. And that is why me check to Winnie Mandela, as you know.
The whole of it check for Winnie. The whole of it check for Winnie. The whole of it.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I sell out and them thing, them, and just I remember Malcolm X, who inspired us. When we are Kingston Technical, him autobiography was
I mean, man.
You have to hide and read it.
I like the come start turn me on to him, man. Message to the grassroots.
Yes.
I'm up in my office and play to me.
In my local office there.
Yeah, man.
And by the side that we come in at the entrance for the main gate.
Yeah, man.
Message, and him had all of the Malcolm X tapes, records.
It's a record in the me listen to.
Message to the grassroots.
Message to the grassroots,
yes.
Man. I tell you. That turned man. That turned me on.
And of course, it's the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Where get me to become a Pan-Africanist.
Me too.
You know, inspire me. Yes.
We have to cut out the page. Cut out the
yes.
I hope people don't know so them book that is banned in Jamaica, you know.
Exactly.
You could have got jail for having book there, you know.
GSP regime there with Shearer. Black Power books were banned. Black Beauty.
The ass, both the ass.
Yes.
They never read it and never know say the ass it talk about. Just say black.
It talk about, yes. Just read back.
Yeah, yes. Man, remember say we did have Mills and Boone cover upon the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Yes, as I remember, the Mills and Boone, yes.
Yeah, tear up the cover of the autobiography and put on the Mills and Boons and put them back because we don't want nobody know. And then you remember Brody? You remember Brody? From Gleaner? Ben Brody.
Yes, man.
Yeah, and Jingles. Jingles. Them used to they are doing the park, you know, and police raid up there. Right? And I clear out the book them, you know, and my mother go hear about it on the radio say, she knows they have some of them book there, you know.
Yeah.
My mother go hear say them read it, you know, ratted. No man take the whole of the book them and go show down James Street gully to ratted.
Show them down at the gully.
Show the gully because she afraid now, so police will come on the yard. Because she see me with them, she never know, say, it's like an X-rated, it's terrible, you know. Imagine you have me some black book and like you
banned man. Mueller to Shearer, the GLP Prime Minister. Yes, man, was banned. Because remember, he's in the declare Walter Rodney from Guyana persona non grata after he had gone to
By the way, I forgot to mention this, you know. His wife asked me, why is it that Walter Rodney is still on the list of persona non grata and him dead? Yes. Yeah. She asked that. Why is he still on the list of persona non grata? You know? Terrible thing.
That is Patricia Rodney, I think her name is.
I don't know what she name is.
Yeah, that is the wife, the wife. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, man, may I tell you, man, serious thing. And what it goes to show is that mental slavery is dangerous because the reason for the banning of those books, is that those books would free up and liberate the minds of Africans.
People, yeah.
Yes. So it goes to show you say knowledge of yourself is what the race fear. Because then do want Africans to have knowledge of themselves. Because once you have knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So by all means necessary. Because except for you and Cabo, really, you don't have pan radio in Jamaica, the land of Marcus Garvey. You don't have no programs with no Pan-Africanist content. And you don't have no newspapers, no daily newspapers that are Pan-Africanist in a land where the majority of the population is African. You know? Because that is how them want to have things, you know what I mean? The mental enslavement, and that is why we have to do what we have to do night and day.
Can't stop.
Yes, can't stop at all. You know what I mean?
Can't
stop.
Sometimes it looks dim, but light there, we know the light there, you know.
Yeah, man, the light is there, and that is why the enemy fights so hard. And I'm glad I hear some news coming out, not fully confirmed at the Ivory Coast. See them.
Yeah, me talk about it. Me just play the clip them. I mean,
yes.
Me just play the clip them. If I try to get with Ibrahim too, if I try to get with him.
Yeah, yes, man.
Side
yes,
with the American them.
Because he is a French puppet.
Yeah,
because that is why the French support. Because that is why the French support him to get rid of Gbagbo, who was in the Ivory Coast, who was against the French, you know.
Yeah. They might try to build American base from the army base.
Yes, exactly. So we want the people them in the Ivory Coast to overthrow and get rid of that puppet. And as for the boy Tinubu in Nigeria. Can you imagine people in Nigeria have to bring them own water to the hospital for them people. And Nigeria is beset by electrical outages and things. Yet instead of Tinubu deal with that,
I'm going to tell you about down there with the light.
Yes.
May I tell you, Rasta, me never like cut off, so every day, them have set time when they put it off, you know, and then sometimes it not cut off that time there.
Yeah, and Nigeria is so rich in terms of minerals and oil. Exactly, with electricity, because Nigerians supposed to have one of the highest standards of living in the world if the wealth of Nigeria was used for the Nigerian people. But this is why we have to get rid of that.
You know what them do with them money there?
Traitors there.
You know them money man they do, Nigeria and them. If you go to Europe and go to France, and you go to one party, you see them with some white woman, I rub up and I dance up and I go and have the Mercedes Benz outside and I pay a white woman and go in them car.
Yes, that's what they do.
Some of them come and me show. I mean, I said, but look on that. I just come see that.
Yeah, man, it's true. True. We have to clean out and disinfect and get rid of all of these traitors all over Africa and also in the Caribbean too. Because there is a problem in the Caribbean. We know that. And that is why we have to support the Asian freedom fighters against the US and French. Yes, where I use Jamaican military and police and Kenyan.
Them just send back some, you know. The Jamaican government just send back some Haiti.
Because them coming under pressure. And you know why them are coming under pressure, Muta? It's because of where me, you and Cabo and other Pan-Africanists are saying, say, what you do, sending our people to Haiti to fight against Haitians who set such an example for African emancipation and so much problems there. So we have to keep doing what we're doing. No Jamaican soldiers or police must be in Haiti to support the racist imperialism of the US. And you're supposed to see a thing where 10 cities in the USA who discriminating against Jamaicans, Africans from Jamaica. You must see that because that's viral.
Yeah, but me not follow it up, you know, because me don't know the source where that come from, though. That's
yes. But
some questionable.
But here why I say that now. We know. You see, because of Marcus Garvey, there has always been a mistrust and a fear by Europeans with Africans from Jamaica, you know, because them don't know which one of them have that Marcus Garvey vibes and thing, you know. They deal with us in a weird way, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While you have so much sellout and thing. And the tune that when we send to you, where you send me to send, man, the irascible Ibrahim Traore, man. Bad.
You send it?
Yes, man, I sent it to you. I WhatsApp it to you the same time last week.
I'm going to look for it. I have one play another brother in the street at you know. Burkina Faso tune name. I don't know if you know that one there.
Yes. Yeah, man. I WhatsApp it last week at the same time, man. Yeah, and in fact, I WhatsApp it again when we done talk again. You know?
All right.
But the Ibrahim Traore, when they play for my radio show, man, people love it, man. The Lee Rice Sibyls. And them kind of reggae tune they will want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we have to move.
All right, blessed love.
Yeah,
yes,
man, give
Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X every time.
All right.
Yes.
You see where the man them set a plot when Burkina Faso president go to Russia and come back. Yeah. Come back and like the man them set up a plot and kill about 400 soldiers. You know? And like them I say them are get intelligent. That are the rebels them are get intelligent from outside source because all drones and them things that them use now. You know the massacre. You know. But now say it's right now, Muta. It's gonna be a big thing, you know, for black people. Right now, you know, blood. You have to start from somewhere. You know? Because them people are not really lego the amount of gold and the amount of things that them have, you know, to lose, you know. Because remember, you know, Europe never have nothing, you know. And look how rich Europe is. See? All of them riches they come from Africa, you know. And come from slaves, you know. You know, the Caribbean and everything. See? So, you see right now, them not going to let go so easy. And them are going to use all what them have. And what them can use. But, the South Africa president, you see how Trump deal with them like how Trump deal with the one that will get the money them from them. To deal with the war.
Zelensky.
Zelensky, yeah.
But Zelensky go on better than the one.
Yeah, because Zelensky still defend himself away.
Yeah, that one I suck up. That's
why I'm telling you about that. You remember when we spoke to you last week, I told you that when you know, say your president or your prime minister is a puppet, you can't work with him, you know, because you just feel like if you walk with him and two man come, him a go run. See? When the two only take on the two man, where it's even. See? And it's just like some puppet one, even a lower puppet one. It's just like from your president and your prime minister puppet people. It's not going nowhere because watch me now. We're on earth, we could have been a president. Seeing we run a country. Seeing with about 30 million people or 40.
Where that?
South Africa.
No, man, I'm more than that, man.
More than that, about 60 odd million people, man.
Yeah.
Because a long time, I don't really check on them things.
That, man.
See, and you stand up and you're a president that tell lie. See, say,
yeah, I show you a picture where I lie too.
And I show you a picture and everything, and you not say nothing, you just sidestep it. See, and where you go there for? First thing, to the enthusiasm and the enthusiastic with black people and the unity and war going in Africa now. You shouldn't even all go there, sir.
You might try tell Trump say genocide now go on in Africa. They don't know say genocide now go on. You say Trump a tell lie. Why am I try convince Trump? Trump not convinced about that.
Trump not convinced about that. See, because I tell a man say Trump come to deal with theme people, you know.
Yeah, man, a theme
Trump are the Jesus. A Trump are the Jesus you're coming, you know. Resurrect, you know, to deal with for them white people, you know. See, on them white level, you know. See, so needless. Muta, you ever travel up north yet? You ever go Dakota, Louisiana, and all certain places?
Yeah,
well,
man,
you travel for miles, and you don't see one black people. You have some place in America, you know, where enough people know, you know. See, where when some white people see all a black man, you know, them crowd around him, you know, look, all kiss them, you know, just like China, you know.
Well, we just start tour, man. We just start tour. And a tour in America. And most of the white people come and show them.
Yeah. See,
most of the white people.
All when you hear people I jump up and I say,
a girl let her win the girl to have connection and here, man. I say, really. Yeah, he wants to win that, but girl around then Trump, man. Or Kamala.
Kamala Harris, yeah.
Me didn't know, sir. She now win, you know. I me didn't know, sir. She now gonna win. See, based on the base of America, you know. See, because me know, sir. So once white people come out, and we know the white people, them, through America, no problem, no economical problem, like how it did not some little economical problem when Obama. See, and Obama have to bring it back and thing. Me know, say, from the educated white people, them have vote for Trump. The dunce one, them have go vote for Trump too. See, so me know, say, me didn't know, say, Kamala now go nowhere. See, because when white people say they might do something, they might do it. See, and I like how you say, yeah, black man that say, boy, me I go do. See? So always see Trump, all right, you see Gaza go flat in a young motor. Now tell you, you see them house with Trump, them say them I go Bill and Ray and this and that and that. It may not reach the level there, but them I go get the land them, Them I go get the land them. And then people have to go run to Egypt or any one of the neighboring Arab country them. Because them country they sell out to, you know that.
Yeah,
see?
the Arab them sell out long time.
Them sell out. See, so all I want to go on, see, and them baby as we say, when them push down, anytime them push down the amount of baby and the amount of skull and the amount of thing there. See, and that's true. It a go on. See? And I look, when time I look in a motor, when the voting thing are going, about the Gaza thing there, and when we look and see our Prime Minister don't vote, and all of the Caribbean country them vote against it,
Yeah.
After that time there, me have him on a different level, See? Me have him on a different level from him sell out Venezuela, from Venezuela I go to free eyes. See?
Yeah.
And him vote against Venezuela through Trump, my look friend of Trump. See? But you see, from a Gaza vote there, me have him different. See? Now, when a man is a puppet, or when a president or a prime minister is a puppet, people, them only interested in keeping themselves in power. So, when I reach the South African president there, saying, it for reach him, and that for reach him, and the people in the protest and make him stay when there.
Oh, boy, that's how people come back.
Yeah, them to make him, but Muta, you can't have people like them think they are different black people, man. I said them are different black people. Or you have them people as leaders. Them now sell you out, man.
After the whole world get you that Tesla, they might give them free passageway for come down and come set up Elon Musk. Free passageway might give him.
And violate all them constitution, violate all of the law them in the constitution and all them things. See? It crazy, man. Them man, they stay with them, man. See, now we can't afford for your next sell out because you see the man them have get closer and closer. You notice the man them have all minister in a parliament now and that share thing with them and the white.
So white people run South Africa again, man.
So white people won't take over South Africa. See? So, boy, I mean, no. I try to understand, But when Prime Minister are puppet, at them kind of thing there and at them kind of thing they reach, the people suffer without a leader with vision. And when them come on a masquerade,
vision, the people perish.
See, when them come on a masquerade, both them have vision and this and that. It's just through some of them, see, study, see, political science, see, to use it, see, against the people. So you have a thing in reverse psychology, see, where them tell the people what them want to hear, but them not do it, But them tell you, it's like them when I know say Muta is a man who love African music, So them invite Muta to a party and when you look, seeing a big African music I play. And Muta say, "Wow, boy, John, no, I hear some for them, man." Seeing, but after Muta gone, a big rugu
rock music.
Yeah. Seeing, so at that, them people I do with all the people in Jamaica. Them keep on a trick them, and I tell them what them want here. And anything with them go on good, you see them go masquerade around like a them a do it. See it? And you know, puppet, man.
Well, have to see it, go on.
Hey.
Especially when the puppet is on a string.
On a string, yeah.
Puppet
see?
on a string.
Because as you say, no. As you say a while ago. Ellingsky name. Him kind of defend himself, you know.
What you mean, man? The man I defend himself, yes.
Yeah, come that talk back. Yeah, look how the man say no wear no suit. He must say, oh, him not wear no suit until the war done.
Time the war done, yeah.
See, and him a talk back still. See? And you can say, I just throw him one and then back him up. See? And him a defend himself. You know, like,
good man.
When you defend, like a back up a rat.
Yeah,
See, and through him well back up. But him still bite out him way and run. See? But the South African president, the man just squat like a little, you know?
Come there to come sell out the place.
Come sell out the place.
Elon Musk, Tesla car down there. And the man waiting him there. The thing where him give the internet service away. Wait, call it again.
Forgot the name too.
You know, I refer him one of them, you know, believe you me. Anyway, it can't take up internet anywhere they take it up.
Yeah.
You know, some remote area, anyway, like that. And that's what I use now. Anyway, we have to move that door.
Yeah, man. Anyway, blessed, see?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a you know, say, we have a thing on the way there now, where we start from last week, we do the first one, where we kind of get a lawyer to answer your question about certain topic. You understand? So tomorrow we're going to tell you the topic. And if you want some answer, you can just call the station, call the program, Stepping Razor, and the lawyer will be there to answer your question. Let's start from last week and we will continue it tomorrow from the Stepping Razor. Yeah. Yes, Ian.
Ian.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, Musa, you know, say, at the Virgin ready call you and I tell about the festival song, the dub poet thing.
Yeah, so you got enter it.
Yeah, so you know, say, me come together, me and my band Virgin, them Prestige Melodies bands, and we put together a thing and we go to studio and recover about the rhythm and thing, and they pay me entry fee, they email it to them. Then them send me back email and tell me say, I not qualify if I try back next year.
Why them say not qualify? Oh, they not tell you that?
No.
Them not say not qualify.
The song sound good everywhere me go.
Yeah, but you are saying the song sound good, maybe not sound good to them. So why you not just put it on CD and send it to a station them still?
Then that's why I'm linking, you know, because no want to get a link with it that I could have sent it to you because I have it from my thumb drive. I can email it to you and I can WhatsApp it to you.
Yeah, man. You can WhatsApp it to me. I
could have called the operator and get your number and I could have WhatsApp it to you.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now call the operator. I don't know if you did want.
But suppose me not like it neither.
I never said to you, know, if you want me to sing the first
no,
line.
No, don't sing it by the radio now, I'm going to make it sound like when you do the record.
Oh.
If you want to sing it, make you a minute to sing it. I'll make you a minute to sing it.
All right. Go so. Ideya. Bountiful blessing Ideya, Jamaica. Bountiful blessing Some people tell me, say that them not like Jamaica. And if them get a visa right now, them left ya. Full time them change up that bad behavior. And make all of us just love Jamaica. See the hills and the valley blue sea with white sand. The reggae music with all the dancehall jam. Indigenous people and the food where we yam. Tell me if that no I'm an attraction. It there, it there, it there. Bountiful blessing it there. It there, Jamaica. Bountiful blessing it there.
Yeah, it's all like a festival song. It's all like a festival song. Yeah, but
people go with spa. Them have the 30 people where them say them pick out, Ronnie Williams.
Yeah.
And the man say when him listen to them, man, trust me, my song sound no better than enough for them. But my sister, all them things they are going. It's true, me not have no strong bucket behind. Me not have no strong bucket behind my song.
So yes, I truly have no strong bucket. So all people with them select have strong bucket.
Most of them people that come to certain entity.
How much people them select?
Yes, around 30 of them. I'm not
and
sure.
30 of them have strong. Them take captain already.
Yeah.
So where you say the 30 of them have strong back?
Then I saw for them thing, so all the thing kind of change.
No, me not see nothing. Me not follow it up, Are you are telling me about me not follow that up?
I'm more to establish artists and win the thing, brother.
Yeah, but that don't mean, all right. So you say no, they shouldn't enter any song with Saba. You never know song.
But to me and
so let me ask you a question. Yeah, me tell you, let me ask you a question. Which artists in the 30? Which are the artists in the 30?
You know, say, no, me couldn't tell you,
Why?
Because me never did go at the thing, Them never invite me. It's just I want to show me where I will perform, I go perform it.
So, you know, say I'm a 30. So when you go there, are you one perform when you go there?
No, me I say, it's a karaoke thing, me go perform it and an audience thing, and I tell me, say, them go. Them go
where?
Them go Ronnie Williams for them have the finalists them and him listen to them and thing and him a tell me say my song sound better than enough for them.
Okay. So who are the artists then when you go when the brother tell us they did it?
Him not say him never say still. Him go listen to the songs them. Me no know the brother,
So him never watch the artist them. The one who listen to the brother them never watch the artist them.
Yeah, me I say but him not tell me no name.
Okay.
It's just the songs them him listen to, and then him sing me a perform and him.
And say your one sound better than a whole heap of them.
Yeah, I say him love my own sound and his sound better than enough for them,
Yeah, and you say no, what true them have links why them get through.
Me figure more of that, Muta. If me have like.
But you know, you see what you just said to me, a dub poetry. That tell me about when you call still,
Yeah, it's a
but
dub
what you do
poetry.
a while ago on a dub poetry.
No, it's true. When me call them and I talk to them before me pay me entry fee, me ask them if a dub poet can enter and them tell me no.
Them tell you no?
Yeah.
True why?
Them say it's not a festival song.
All right. No, man. You see, it's no word that way they no Bridget. All right. You tell them say a dub poetry you want to do.
Yeah, me ask them if a dub poet can enter. And them say it never happened before and thing. And I say, maybe the first one, and them say, no.
So you change up to that one there?
Yeah, me come together with the Prestige Melodies bands and
you do that? But
yeah,
me
create that one there.
But you shouldn't tell them say a dub poetry you got to do. You should just get the band and do it. Do the poem you do and make them hear it when they tell them say a dub poetry. You tell them a genre of music where them not used to that way there. Because when me hear you say a while ago I do poetry. But you say I know that did not enter.
It was a dub. It was a dub.
No, but you should have enter it and don't tell them what. You just do what you do. Them not have to know say a dub poetry. If them want to say a dub poetry, make them say it, but you're not going to tell them say you want a dub poetry. You want to do a dub poem. And that you tell me too, you know. So you want to
Yeah,
go poor.
me question them before me pay the entry.
Yeah, but you shouldn't tell
want.
them about no dub poetry. You should tell them, so you want to enter the festival with a song.
Oh.
Anyway, we have to move, though. We have to move. Yeah?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Send the song, come give me.
All
right.
Me I'll call you operator and
Yes.
get the number.
Yes. All right, give that. I hear them say everything gone down now. Crime gone down. Poor gone down. I mean, enough things them say gone down. I wonder if it's true. Because I don't know, I tell the truth. Things don't look different to me at all. Things don't look no different to me. Same way see last year and the year before. All I have is what them tell me. I'm kind of afraid to say, I believe them. Them have statistics that show now, especially like how they do it, them their command, what them call it, the election, and now them have statistics. And now them have statistics. Last week we played this thing and somebody happened to play it back.
The Haitian revolt was set in motion by Jamaicans. Jamaicans, troublemakers, that they wanted to get rid of, so they sold them to plantations in Haiti. The Jamaican farmers sold them to plantations in Haiti, and the most noted being Bookman, who decided he's going to be a priest. Then he's a priest, and he wasn't going to work on the farm. So as a priest, he began to organize the Yoruba slaves and the solidification of the Haitian Revolution to the point, and he moved it so fast, Toussaint Louverture had to run to catch up with the revolution in order to lead it.
When you see the thing is more that them so focused on the message.
Hold on, wait a talk. Who you say never was listening, never listened?
What oppressions them, man? One of what oppression Africans then.
Yeah, but all you know so them they hear the song.
The world what it play Muta. That song they play all over the world, Muta.
No, but all you know them did hear it that me ask you.
Why you feel
say You feel say everybody in the world hear that song, the Virgin?
But does I show me play all over the world?
Yeah, but me ask you feel say everybody in the whole world hear that song there?
No, Muta, you know we not going to say the whole world hear that song there. But the oppressions them.
Yeah.
And them we attack. And then the message back. And them we want to hear it. So if them hear it or never hear it, the message are fulfilled. Slavery is the next thing in the most. I never end by mutual consent.
No, fight for it and get it.
You see.
And fight for them freedom.
So you see, everything where the Virgin talk about come to pass in the song. Bob Marley. Just them never listen to Virgin. You see what I say?
All right.
Yeah, man. Next thing I said to you, Muta. Virgin talk about the Asian, the Virgin.
So why you keep saying the Virgin? Why you don't say about Marley at all about? Why you keep
saying? No,
I'm
not talking about Bob Marley.
No, me say, a while ago you said the Virgin say. Why not just say Bob Marley say?
Then don't say Bob Marley sing that song.
No, they don't could have say Bob Marley say it, man. They don't could have say Bob Marley say it.
Then they all our Virgin, man. The machines are that, you know. I don't hear him as the Virgin.
I know Virgin, I'm no messenger about the place still.
Yeah, but that's one of the great messenger about it. I think the president too, you know.
All right, sir.
Yeah, and the Asian thing I have to say about Muta. In the time, actually, I think the Asian them was one of the first of the people them rise up, start the revolution to abolish the slavery thing.
Yeah, that we just play, man.
Yeah, but you see, them was one of the first to start, you know. But after slavery abolished, and you know, we think I'm hurricane, storm, earthquake, everything just it ate it. I wonder if a coincidence or act of God. Or so nature not like them.
No, wait, no, man. I know that make them lose the thing. What is the big problem in Haiti is that they will pay reparations to the French. And only for them money where the music world that is used to deal with the government business. They have to pay to the French.
Yeah.
And that keep them down very poor to the point now. So you have some scrupulous leaders will come and just do the same thing with the white guy did that do. And that is why them there so I'm not to do no act of God. Act of God match out the place, yes, but that never did go on the time when the French that tell them say must pay reparation because them lose the work of them, just like Jamaica. The white man them pay reparation to the plantation, one of them, you know. 20 million pounds.
Yeah, and when the land when the slavery done, the white people get money for them thing and we never really get
20
land.
million pounds.
Yeah, and them share the land and we never really get none. You see what I say, but as I say, Muta, black people really have to rise. It should have done so already.
Yeah.
So, they're not really surprised. Just I look to see the outcome.
Well, I hope I hope you're in a part of the rising.
Of course, Muta, man.
You sound like you just a look.
Muta, any part we have to play for our upliftment. We have to do that.
All right, sir.
We're born a part of this, Muta. We're born a fight. And you will listen to you now. You forgot.
All right, sir.
Muta.
Yeah, man, all right, give thanks. Yes, today I with you. Why you love Shane Clark? I don't know which part him did there, but him come forward. Sir. I'm glad him come forward. I want to yell up all the one them who stay till them was here. May I tell you, you know, if you stay till them was here, listen to one voice, attack all sorts of things, you know. I give thanks to you stay still. We really appreciate that. And we'll be back here a little more from now, from 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. And we're going to play this song here with nobody, all anyone know them youth here. Cutting Edge.
Yeah, man. I calling for Namibia, you know.
All right.
You want me to tell you something? A couple years ago, I listened to you on the radio, you know, me hear about God and the Bible and the Quran, and me take up the pen and start do some research. Me take up trouble for myself, more time. I give myself schizophrenia.
You get yourself what?
Schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia?
Yeah, man.
What name, so?
Overload of knowledge.
And that them call it schizophrenia?
Yeah, that them call it, yeah.
Spell the word, spell it.
Well,
schizophrenia, yeah. Oh.
Hey, you know, easy no Muta.
What is schizophrenia? I try to figure out what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, because the pen and start.
You give yourself it.
Yeah, man, too much knowledge, man. Yeah, me go up in that.
Too much knowledge don't make you schizophrenic, man.
I know, and I don't know if give me schizophrenia. I don't know how come. Doctor said I have schizophrenia.
But if they say the knowledge cause it?
Yeah, so them they have spiritual awakening, you know.
No, wait there. The doctor tell you say you get schizophrenic because you have too much knowledge, you get too much knowledge.
No, they don't really tell me that still, you know, me have to say, you know.
Oh, but schizophrenic. All right. So what that mean now? So where you say that for now? What tell me? Where you blame me to schizophrenic, that behavior.
Yeah, me here. Say that again.
You know, with schizophrenic, make you do one thing over there so and do the next thing over there so different.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do it schizophrenic. So, so I call you to be schizophrenic.
Me I listen to the program and me I talk about self and all them things there. You know,
yeah, you write them down.
Who tell you that me do?
No, you just tell me, man. No,
yeah, man, I'm going to write them. We take about 6 weeks to write them. I'm write, you know, I start out. I'm realize I'm myself, me write up. I'm start to run out for myself, Rasta. Yeah, man.
So you get injection and get over that now, though?
Yeah, we can get over it now, sir. I just one thing left to get over, you know.
What that?
I just look at nervousness. I kind of feel weak in myself. I just that minute to get over, you know.
So wait, I told you this to my program where I them think that.
Yeah, in a real life, man. But it's so hard to get about 2 hours, and I'm up on the phone and
No, I'm not about 2 hours. No, I say all them sickness the way I talk about now. And my program, you can get sick.
In a real life, I'm not telling no lie. Yeah, man, that's true, man. And I really program make me get sick. I will do to myself still, because I have some things to let out and now let them out and I keep them to myself, you know. I talk to myself too much.
Oh, yeah. Tell like, for instance, what you talk about to yourself.
Some of the craziness, sometimes I say, if man so mad, because when I say to myself, if man so mad, you think God go create man and turn around and allow man to madder than God himself. But believe me, you can know that. You have to know that yourself.
Oh, you hear me say that?
Yeah. So, and yeah, because you have to believe it's out and all them things. And that's truly a thought, because if me tell you say accident down the road, down the stuff, and you can witness the accident. When you come back, you walk different, you talk different, you dance different, you sing different, because you go witness the accident. But believe now can make it know.
Man, listen to you. I want how much people get schizophrenic with my talking.
Boy, I like a good question that, you know.
So it's a bad influence then?
No, man. It's not a bad influence, but the way you talk about everybody can't wake up to it. If everybody wake up to it, it's a problem, you know.
And that me I said to I show you.
It's like a song said, how can it be forbidden? If it's love, it can't, it's forbidden, you know.
No, it's like you throw pearls to swine.
Yeah.
You know, like you throw pearls to swine, eh?
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, thanks for hearing you.
Yeah, man, you know.
All right.
Yeah, me call it actually, you know. I'm watching something like tourism. So like tourism working now, you know.
Tourism you working, huh?
Yeah, I'm working at tourism. But if you all tourism around right now, you see, tourism, economic, just for me, they in the tourism, economic can't grow.
Which part you there?
I contract me the panel, I drive the people in and the money with them pay a daytime to drive and you can't buy lunch and taxi for and all them things there. Yeah, man, cheap money the man pay a daytime to drive bus drive and post.
Like from which part to which part? Like from which part to which part?
Like if they are man to go be a watch your nigga, them pay a certain amount of them pay like $20 a day. That can't buy lunch and taxi for you, man. And the kid me tell them, man, say, yo, come together to make a voice. So the minister can't hear, so that can't work. The man them run, the man don't want to hear them think that.
But you don't sound schizophrenic to me, man. Hey, let me tell you something. Me go out, me come off of the boat. You know Reynolds?
Yeah, man, I know Reynolds.
Yeah. All right. Me dip on the cruise and me come off of the boat. And me say me have to drive go down on IRFM.
Yeah.
You know it's for IRFM there, right?
Yeah, man.
So, me tell somebody go ask somebody, how much you going to charge me for go down on IRFM? From Reynolds, that's all you know. For go down on IRFM, you know what man tell the brother have to tell me? $200 US.
Yeah. They will not tell us after
me laugh, me say. Someone go to the brother and say, Bridget, and that you charge the white people them for go down there, so $200 US, sir. That's why we can't reach nowhere.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. That's why
we can't reach nowhere. $200. Because I don't know, I mean, if some muta you want to go down there, man. I said, no, but $200.
We believe you, man. Yeah, man, that's true, man.
I believe, man. That the man telling you $200. And me go over to him and say, brethren, you really charge $200 from me, yes, sir. 200 geotela from here to go to an IRFM. You know, see that that's terrible.
Yeah, man, I mean that's terrible, man.
Anyway, glad to hear from you still.
Nah, respect, yeah?
Yeah, man, alright.
Alright, yeah. You know, because me and Harlem, I'm work with like a program with the Schomburg Library and we are right.
You work in Harlem. Harlem you call from?
Yeah.
Okay.
So me I work with a set of educator, cultural educator to put together a program for cultural awareness where every youth where want to know can go through a program, maybe 12 weeks, you know, and we can see if we get a sponsor for it. You know, the youth them deserve that at Jamaica. You know, when a youth want to know himself, we as, you know, I mean, you as an elder for me, but we have to set it so that there is somewhere for them to go. YouTube alone, them they're all over the place, and when them come together, appear disagreements same way. So, all right, that's the development there, and it can lead to a lot of business opportunity in the end.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
So we'll call again. Yeah,
man, you call too late, man.
This station, rock the nation.
One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. One Uptown TV. Yo, enough there, me I represent. Bang.
Been representing a man for Uptown TV.
Bad we bad Gaza, bad we